It's not okay that we live in a society where the value of a human being's life is based on how productive they can be or how much they can output.
Correct.
That's why, like, within the disability space and in disability justice, we talk about every human life has value, every body and mind is unique and essential. And we want to avoid creating this hierarchy of worth where we talk about people being like high functioning and low functioning, right? Because then you're basically assigning value on somebody's life based on how productive they are, or how much they can function within this society that's very dysfunctional.
Ooh. What is the better terminology to use to address an autistic person who may not be able to care for themselves at the same level as another autistic person?
Yeah. So advocates talk about support needs. So talking about what your support needs are, or somebody who has higher support needs or lower support needs.
Got it.
And that's actually more specific and more informative, right? Because your support needs can change because disability is dynamic. So some days you may have lower support needs, and then there may be other times or periods in your life or life stages, if your body's changing, your hormones changing, where maybe you're going to need more support. So if you use the terminology high functioning and low functioning, you're not a bad person. Like, I actually used to refer to myself as somebody who had high functioning ADHD. I also have been diagnosed with depression, generalized anxiety disorder, and PMDD. And I used to refer to myself as high functioning until I started being more in community, learning from organizations like the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network and advocates encouraging folks to move away from functioning labels. Because what it does is, for high functioning folks or people with lower support needs, it actually puts them on a pedestal without support. And it kind of minimizes the real challenges.
That's literally been my whole life, is like, you are high functioning, so you don't need support. It's like this idea that you're going to figure it out, so you don't need anything from anyone at any time. And at this age, you've kind of been built that way now. So
yeah,
there's a part of that is this accepting that. And then there's a part of that that's like parsing through what part of that exception is harming you still.
Yeah.
Or harming your ability to be in like partnerships. Right. I can absolutely say that I'm like a super duper prolific person. So like, I'm very, like, I am productive just by nature of, I'm really efficient. So I can like get things done really fast, right? It doesn't mean that I don't get tired. It doesn't mean that I don't get exhausted. And I think for some people, they look at that as like, oh, she just doesn't need breaks, or she doesn't need assistance. But as I've gotten older, I've realized like, yeah, that's why I'm over here taking notes. Automation, body doubling, chunking.